Okay, this is just a little video for Steve and Becky and Bob here, you guys on the test group here. So anyway, I made a few bucks here yesterday with the 1010, which you guys have. But as usual, I'm trying to figure out ways here to get more money on the reversals and have less whipsaw than we have. That's the only fly in the ointment here, guys, is that you still got to use some sort of algorithm here time frame for the algorithm to impinge on to tell you what to do. Now, there's times when, man, this price action is all over the place, especially in the middle of the day, as you know, when we go into the dead zone. Anything that we do in the dead zone is just it's problematic, because what we're trying to do is trade at a time when the ATR is almost flat. In other words, as you can see here, the price is just meandering around. All right, so what I'm trying to do here is to set this up to where we can do stop and reverses or set a PO. Right now I'm setting a real conservative PO at $110, which is just over here and here. You go in here. And 22 is $110, and I got 2,000, so it won't break the account. You have to put something in there, or you could put 1,000. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. I don't think that's going to happen, but you got to put it in there because TradeStation expects it. Okay. All right. What I have done here is altered the inputs to try to look at this thing a little bit faster and a lot to where we can make hay in the morning, 2 or 3, 4 trades for maybe $110 or stop and reverse. Because if we can do 2 or 3 or 4 trades at $110 before we go in the dead zone, well, you know the drill. We're done. Why sit there the rest of the day? We have the volatility that we need in TradeStation in order for this to, NQ. It may work with with the YM and these others, but the YM they don't have the volatility. But anyway we do this, what we want to do here is we're going to test a new setting here. We got to be in simulation and make sure it works going forward. So what I've done is I've made some changes, just minor changes here to try to get this to move faster, even in the doldrums. In other words, we can get whipsawed in here when there's no ATR flattens out, it goes flat. We might have to stop and reverse several times before it even gets close to the 110. And like I say, that is because the reduction of the ATR begins to go, average true range begins to flatten. But to trade manually, we want to be able to catch it when it's expanding in one or the other direction. This could cost us a few commissions on reversals or a little bit of money out of there. I'm trying to limit that. All right. So anyway, let me cut to the chase here. I don't want to make this video very long. I really don't need to, and I got other things I want to do today that I have to do today. So anyway, I will get with you in the trading room, but by giving you this video, then you'll see what we're doing, what I'm doing. Okay. Now what I did. Let me see if I got it over here. Just a second. Symbol. Okay. I got the wrong one in here. Okay. Okay, what I want you to do is to let me do this. Let me shut off the alerts on the other screen here, because this is not what's alerting. My second screen is alerting, and I want it to alert on the one you guys have. So hold on a minute. Boy, my voice is getting pretty bad these days, guys. I guess becoming an old man, there's nothing you can do about it. This has got a raspy voice, whether you like it or not. So excuse me. All right, so general, let's see what we got here. Alerts. I turn the alert off. And format, turn the alert off. I didn't do this before, so I'll turn the alerts off. Okay, now I'll go over here and change this to what it should be. Okay, let me get that in there. Okay, hold on just a second.
Long VPAV1. Short VPAV2.
Okay, now we want to disregard that first because I put the changes over here. All right, so your second, let's see, short, long, okay, presumably, hopefully this is the way it'll be. You stay in your second alert because it'll give two of them, one when it end and one when it begin at the same time. So in this case, take the current alert. So it's long, and I am long, okay, which is where I was. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go in here and go to Format Symbol. Change your brick size to 2, but make it 100 days back. That way we're going to be looking at a lot closer action, but by going farther, the thing about this, the farther you go back on the days back, the more the signal gets rigidified, I guess is the word I want. Rigidified. I don't know if that's a word. It makes it firm. It firms it up so that it gives you a lot more accuracy when it closes the bar when you got a farther bar back. So going back 102, now we can go from 1010 down to 2100 and get higher resolution, if you understand what I mean by that. Now I'm going to test this again. Probably, what is today? Today's Thursday, I guess. Probably tomorrow, and today and tomorrow, and maybe even Monday. And I want you guys to not trade it real either. Trade it in simulation. Let's see if we can. This is an improvement that I'm doing here. This should not make it worse. It should definitely improve it, because it's where you draw the line to sign settings right now. There's nothing wrong with the VPAV. Indicators. They're doing fine. I just need to get them to work on a faster frame and be more culpable than they were before. And I'm going to let this run for a few minutes just so you can watch it with me so that I can test it at the same time. So right now my last alert was long. And by the way, Becky, what you want to do, I know you were having a hard time setting this up. All you do is just, when you put in your trade station, you can go up here and grab the top of the platform and move it on your screen wherever you want. You can do the top of that, and right now I want it so that the message center is initiated, so that you can set this up to look like this. It gives you the visual and the audible at the same time. Okay, so set it up so you can get maybe 3 or 4 of them to show in here on your desktop. You can size TradeStation. You can size your message center also. See, I grab the top of it and move it up. Just left click on the edge and then give it up and down arrow, and you can move it up and down. Then let go of your mouse on your left click. Same thing here. Okay, that was the very quick description. Now, the beauty of this is that if we can live through, say we make good money with this in the mornings very quickly, and we get in a dead zone. Well, we could technically, stay in it even with the ATR flattened on that. Okay, we could technically do that. All right, so if we technically do that, then we should be able to stay through the dead zone, and when the market comes back around noon or the afternoon, you could be making more trades in here, because hopefully and presumably this will be more accurate and get you going long and short. Even if you lose a little money in the reverse, I'd rather lose a little money on the trade and end up with more. This is going to increase your expenses. You're going to lose on a trade once in a while. Hopefully not very much, because again, it's real tight. Or but you're gonna give up your commissions, obviously, in the platform fee. But all of this is the cost of doing business. So I don't care if we lost $100 or $200 reversing.
Long VPAV1.
Now there went my alert. VPAV1. I don't think you could hear it. Let me turn my volume up over here because I don't think you can hear it in there. I just turned. All right, see there. Look what happened. We got a little bit of momentum coming in. The indicator is still tracking that momentum. It's on it like stink on you know what, boy. It's on it, and the VPAVs are just about the best thing I've ever built. I don't know that I can make anything better. It's a semi-automated system. Why? Because you're just doing what the alerts tell you to do. And whether or not I can automate it is another matter. That's possible. But it's going to take a lot of coding because I've got at least like 60 lines of code. I got groups of 4 code, and I got to change the reversing on every one of them. Find the one that matches the algorithm for the function calls and the conditions. If I can get that to work, well then presumably automated would be able to be traded stop and reverse. Just like we always do. So in other words, stop and reverse, just turn it on and it'll get what it's going to get and go in one way and get what it's going to get going the other way.
Short VPAV2.
In other words, I don't have to put a stop gain in there, a stop profit. I could just let it stop. Or I can make a stop profit just like I've always done. Or make a stop and reverse and make that work. Okay, I just got a long, what did I hear there? Long? Yes. I'm long. I didn't hear it. It stayed long. Okay. But you can see, like I say, the ATR is flattened out. It is what it is, guys. With the time of day. But anyway, please digest that. And if you have any questions about it, we're going to get into the room and talk about it. Because this is just getting better and better. And as long as I can keep this getting better and I can get some people to sign that agreement, and want this thing. I mean, I really don't care whether anybody else wants to do this. It's really up to them. It will give me the opportunity, if you guys make money with it, they make money. It will give me the opportunity to sell it or to lease it at the end of a year and a half or whatever. Keep all the profits in the midterm. And again, as always, I want to thank you guys for testing this with your money and risking your hard-earned money to do this, although we're doing it with money we can afford to lose. Right now, this is showing a lot more promise, and I can't think of any reason particularly why it won't.
Long VPAV1.
Long VPAV1. There, you could hear that. I don't know if you heard that or not, but it came through my speakers in the background. It had to come through my headphones. Or you may be able to hear it. I've got this video program supposedly picking up on system sounds as well as my microphone. All right, so I'm going to just wait a little while. If it closes this trade, I'll quit. I got 13 minutes in the video. I'm going to export this to WMV, Windows Media Player. I've upped the frame rate on it to try to get the blurriness out of it, but it is a free. It'll only, you can go to 100 or better if you pay for it, but it'll only go to 60 frames per second if you don't. And that's adequate for videos because they want
short VPAV2.
There's a short.
Order filled.
Okay, went short, so it took $20, and whether or not that's going to follow through, I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, going back to what I just said. Gosh, I forgot my train of thought. The Windows Media Player should be able to play it at 60 frames per second. It's blurry because of that, but and if the people on the board decide they want to do it at the end of the period, I'll probably have a buyout or a lease arrangement, and I'm going to have to get with TradeStation before I even do that. And if they're going to get all invasive about it, I'm just liable to say, well, It just depends, you know, if they're going to they want to look at my code and this kind of stuff. See, that leaves it open for people to steal my stuff. I mean, it may not really matter. I mean, Russia can break these codes. They've been able to break our codes for decades, practically. And so there's people that send this stuff to Russia someplace. Some guy breaks my code, you know. So and I'm not really looking to put a platform out there that can be broken and everybody else can use it from then on. But they can, so, as far as I know. Okay, so we're in the doldrums. It got a little bit of reverse here, and it's possible that I can refine this a little bit more, but it is doing a little better job. As with anything else, you fail your way to success, you refine your way to success. All right, so if you guys have any trouble trying to, and obviously if you can't hear me or run it, you won't know. So I'll just try to post this thing in Facebook or post it to the email account so that you can download it and view the video. All right, I'm going to wait a little bit longer here. There's really not much to wait for. I did pretty well with it on that. It made a total, but it took back some of it. It had a negative down here, so I don't really care. I just wanted to make money. If it could take 2 or 3 or 4 trades for whatever. A stop again is at 110. You guys can put it at 80 if you want to. That's a lot easier to get. $480 one's easier to get. That's $320, isn't it? So there you go. It is what it is. 16 minutes. I've got things to do and stuff to I take care of today, so I'm going to let this go just a little bit longer here. We're into the doldrums. It slowed way down. Boy, paint's drying. I don't want to watch paint dry. Well, anyway, I told you everything you needed to know. Make a mental note of it. Make notes, whatever. And forgetful these days. I can't remember what I told people anymore, and I still have to write stuff down. And I can still remember some things, but my brain's working just fine figuring this stuff out. All right, guys. I'm just going to close it here. We got 17 minutes into it. But you know what I'm trying to do. So I'll do the video to you. If you're able to watch it, let me know if you have any questions and if you understood what I said on the settings in here, which I gave you. Don't worry about this one over here. This is a different setting. Yeah, that one's a 5-100. This is the 2-100. That's just there for comparison. But with the 2, I would obviously just put it over here, and that's how you want to do it. All right, I'm going to close the trade, and I'll shut the platform down. And thanks for watching. Hopefully, we'll continue to make money, and we'll move forward with it later. All right, have a good one. Talk to you later. I'm going to close the trade.
Order filled.